This is Knorr Taste Quest, and I'm your host, Manny. Every week on Knorr Taste Quest, our contestants pit their culinary prowess against one another to discover the Knorr Taste Quest champion and earn the bragging rights to be called the top chef. Last week saw 2 contestants on probation, and we all were wondering, what will be the outcome of them this week?
Doesn't do too well on my ego. I mean, I wasn't expecting to be on probation, although we all have to leave at the end of the show one time or the other, but I hope I get to leave at the end, not before.
I'll say it's a time error for me and time management. I think I had a lot of problems last week with time management, and the taste was, well, according to the judges, bland. So.
Surprise, surprise, surprise. Now the first surprise is I happen to be in the judge's desk. Second surprise is all the contestants are safe, at least for another 1 week, because today happens to be our magical episode. Some magic. But hey, let's get to meet our, culinary Houdinis. Executive Chef Dr. Roberts. Sous Chef, Chef Fregz. What's all this hocus pocus going on? Why do these guys have chef's uniforms? Today we get to see the experts at work. Dr. Robert, tell us, what is today all about?
The brand Knorr has insisted that we educate and show you all how to use the basic ingredients that you get every day. How to prepare, how to plate, and how to present food so that people will truly say the winner is the best chef in Nigeria. We will be doing training. Chef Fregz will do most of the technique, skills, and hopefully you will take something back from that at the end of the day.
To add to what Doctor has said, I'm sure when you look at the ingredients across, they're quite familiar. So we just want to put you through ingredients you've used before, try and guide you in how to cook it better, because some of you kind of butchered some of those ingredients, and just guide you with techniques on how to plate and how to focus in the kitchen before you even cook, even if it's ingredients you've never seen before, so that you can present better tasting and looking dishes.
Most importantly, stop, breathe, think, and plan what you're going to cook.
You see what I said? Pure magic. Now, let the show begin.
All right, first off, knife skills. This is your chef, standard knife. I'm going to show you an onion.
See right where you are.
Cutting anything. Your hands, everybody's scared of their hands, but what you want to do is you need to grab here and push your fingers back in, because that's what most of you are afraid of. That's why you cannot cut quickly and blah blah blah. So the idea is you cut against the grain of your hand, of your finger. That way you never cut yourself, and you can go as fast or as slow as you want. When you get to the point where you feel your fingers are not moving, you move over here, you cut again like that. Then the chef, you rock your knife back, forth, like that. I mean, you may want to go the traditional way, but for most of you that want to get that action, you cut. You can go like that. But because I'm cutting against the grain of my hand, I'm not going to,
So Chef Fregz, basically you claw your fingers.
Yeah, you claw your fingers like you're a hawk, yes. So the next thing we're going to prep is, I'm going to make a sauce today. So I'm going to make a roast red bell pepper sauce today. So I'm just going to hand this over to someone else. So I'm going to give you a small knife. I just need you to core out these peppers for me. For the sauce, I'm going to chop some roughly, but for the couscous as well, I'm going to julienne first. Some of you cut like that, it's fine, but hey, Nigeria's best, 1 million naira. This is too long, so I'm going to go at an angle cutting it into matchsticks. And I'm doing this for the couscous. So put it all together.
Remember when you all made couscous? It was like you were boiling white rice. It had no color, it had no taste. It was just boiling plain white rice. So hopefully when we're done, you'll have couscous that not only tastes nice, but most importantly, looks as though it is something that we should be eating.
So we can see how fine it is. Some of you, I noticed you go back and forth. When you go back and forth, do you know what happens? All the juices run out and the pepper is dead.
And for those of you who did the chopping session, that was there wasting your time.
Wasting your time, all the juice of the pepper getting into your hands, you were scared to shower, you know.
Prep is the most important thing for any kitchen, home kitchen, commercial kitchen, baker's kitchen. Prep is what is most important.
Today we're going to, I see some of you struggle with starches to make. So I remember when you cooked prawn, some of you didn't exactly know what to do. So today we're going to be making a puree. I'm going to be using potatoes and cocoyam. We have beautiful filet mignon today. So, and how do you want to cook this piece of meat? Huh? You just want to sear it and kind of massage it in the oven. If not, pepper and red meat, best friends. Black pepper and anything basically. So just be quite generous.
So Chef Fregz, I have a question. Yeah? You know, most of us, when we're giving, it was prime filet mignon. How do we tell, you know, the cut of meat?
You can look at it, okay. And it's nice, tender.
It's on now.
So here we have
what are we using the potatoes for? A puree, thank you. You don't know.
You know, quickly enough. So I'm going to. The water is salted. Sorry, you need to move back. The water is salted. But you don't want to over salt it.
Yes.
Okay. Now this is one ingredient that I couldn't eat on the day you cooked. Chicken livers are just tender. So what we're just going to do is take a few pieces. Oh, beautiful. And we're going to get a stock on the way for the couscous as well. I'm actually going to be a bit adventurous here and use Knorr soup powder. Yeah, it tastes pretty awesome. So I'm going to
scissors.
Cut myself a piece. So this is 1 soup sachet Knorr.
The issue that you all had with your meatballs and we all complained about was that, again, you had cooked them and cooked them. It became like a gelatinous substance that we were trying to eat. Nothing in it to make it tender and overcooked. Some of you used your couscous, which was a good idea, but you missed out adding other things that you can add as fillers to your meatballs. You can add egg, you can add milk, and get a nice tender meatball. Most of you were afraid to taste your meatball before you cooked it because you're afraid of raw meat. If you can't taste the meatball raw, then cook one first of all, taste it, and then continue cooking your batch. Bread. Somebody was saying fresh bread. You can use fresh bread, you can use stale bread, whatever bread you want to use.
I hope you know.
Okay.
This bread today is slightly crusty, but
yeah. So just put some of it in. Just humor me.
I should humor you.
Yeah, if
that's
nothing
right.
else.
So yeah, that soaks. Dog the bread.
Bread, yes. Now don't put too much.
Is this fine?
That looks good to me.
So we kind of crumble it around and
there you go.
So we've put our seasoning in. Are we okay to mix?
Okay to mix.
All right.
We add some more now.
Yeah.
Now I would still suggest that you fry one and then see. For now we're good.
Okay. Remember in the meatballs we had our bread, we had some bell pepper, some onions, some Knorr seasoning went in, and so this is what we're trying to taste, to check. So you can see the color is changing. You want to allow it kind of come up a bit, then you flip it, and you want a sear, you know. Some of you find out that the pan is not hot enough. You put it in, it starts to boil.
In fact, you all boiled your meatballs, really.
Yeah.
That's why it was so gelatinous on the inside.
Some people feel like, oh, if I shallow fry, you know, it's not going to be cooked inside. Again, it's a heat issue. You need to understand how to sear it first. Then, by the time you put more, it will drop the temperature. then it will now start to steam just enough inside to get it done. I'm not sure inside is kind of ready. Okay, okay, let's. Okay.
Wash it.
Okay, for the sauce, you can pause to kind of tease at first. And just, I'm going to more or less forget that.
Yeah, that can
You
go.
see, the sauce, because I forgot it, it's
Yeah.
this velvety smooth.
It's okay.
Oh, it's supposed to be like that. Perfect. And this is why there's this opening on top. While it's running, I can add a bit more milk for it to run properly. Okay, so I'm going to, so it's coming this nice smooth puree. The cocoyam is quite gelatinous, as you can see, so you need to kind of trick it to do what you need it to do. You see, I've added more milk now, so it's a bit, so that's kind of awesome. So this pan is hot. Okay, some oil. So we're cooking the chicken livers now. You don't want too much oil, and you want it to be kind of hot. So just move that around. That's what you want to hear. So we're sauteing the chicken livers. We've seared them on one side, and we want them to cook just to like a medium in the center. And you touch it like this, that's fine, because it's going to rest and residual heat. Everything just looks. Let me.
You have yourself to blame. Exactly.
This same pan, I'm just going to toss in this okra.
Cautious for time, you're dragging on too long. It's fine.
Just a bit more oil.
Okay. Okay. All right.
You just want. I'm just going to do this quickly. It's done.
You can see how that has nice flavor from the pan that it was in before.
Okay, can someone help me put this away? This is stock. Okay.
Stock is here.
So the stock.
There you go.
So I'm just going to pour till it kind of covers the top of the couscous. So yeah, allow that cover and steam. So the pine nuts, I'm going to just toast it slightly.
Okay, go, you can do that. Zest, I want the zest.
Just the zest, so you need to use the smallest.
The smallest side.
No, grate just as much as you can. That's the one that had the red.
The way you have there is perfect.
Ula. Okay, with our zucchini, we're going to do two things to it. This is toasting nicely. Everybody watch. I'm going to take a peeler. So I'm going to take this. You're always trying to do nice garnishes. I will show you what I'm doing, achieving today. Okay, fantastic.
Perfect, perfect.
I love the toast on these ones. So we've just said that.
Tell me what it is.
The pine nuts were.
Okay.
We just. I remember the oil. You know why I didn't want to reduce it? It kind of emulsifies everything together. So you see how the couscous has soaked up all that. I mean, you could like the vegetables that we're going to fry, slightly in a bit of oil.
You know the best thing to use for it, blue band margarine. It has the taste that it surpasses none.
So I don't want to overcook it. I want that to have a bit of crunch as well. So I'll put in the couscous now.
Don't forget my lemon and lemon zest.
Yeah, sure. I mean, again, you could have used Blue Band here, you know, as your margarine, butter, supplement, da-da-da. So, allow that to saute slightly. And the peppers, I mean, you don't want them completely raw either. So, allow that going. So, you can already see it's looking beautiful. Don't worry. So, I'm going to put in the pine nuts at the end. Then, is this all the lemon zest?
Yes.
Okay. The lemon is just going to bring some freshness.
A little bit of your lemon water.
Here, sure.
Just making sure I still have my job. How's that taste? Good?
This is the zucchini we cut. The cucumber, we're not going to treat it the same, and I'll tell you why in a sec. So,
can we have another nice? There you go.
Yeah, that's it.
Chef Fregner.
Yes, sir.
Did we leave anything out? The mash is done.
The mash is done.
Everything is
ready.
done. You tasted the mash?
Yeah, I've tasted it.
And abracadabra.
Mama, would you please watch the food? I have to quickly fetch the kids.
That chicken smells good. Where is it? Why is my daughter-in-law hiding the chicken?
Mama, is everything all right?
I can't find the chicken.
It's right here. No chicken cubes.
No chicken cubes. Tastes like real chicken.
Where is the chicken?
No chicken cube. Made with real chicken.
We will now plate what we have done, and we'll try and make it look as presentable and as nice to you for you to taste when it's time to taste.
Okay, when it comes to plating, you want to think of color, you want to think of proportion, and you just want to think of, well, a general outlook. So we're doing a surf and turf today, and surf and turf is when you mix fish and meat on the same plate. So I have a spoon here. I'm going to just make a small dollop here. I mean, nouveau cuisine, fine dine, whatever you want to call it. So just some tissue in my hand because of some of the juices I have run. Like that a bit. Set it on top. So I'm going to put a bit here.
Aaron.
Aaron.
You notice that there's sauce.
Yes.
You know,
Yeah.
you know that's what we always complain to you about.
So you can just do something like that.
Michelin star.
Or just that way, any way you want. Thank you. I'm going to take maybe this one.
Perfecto.
You could do it like that. Second beef as well. Again, for the juice. You put that on top. This one again. Just looks a bit more appealing to the eye. Then, I mean, there's prawn on the plate. I would like a squeeze of lemon. So we just like this. So we could do something like that here. Something like this here. So you're played with color. There's green, there's orange, there's this, there's that on the table. This could be a starter. Because I remember that challenge, I remember you fried this with some chili, some whatnot. That was good, but you just overcooked it. But here, you do something really, really, really simple. The liver is cooked through. Up here on, I notice you always try to be artistic. Like that. Like that. Try and get smaller as it goes, so that it looks a bit more restaurant-y. But like you have a really decent looking starter, and it's simple.
All of you tried to plate couscous and became very creative, having seen what your colleagues did the week before, and tried to use rings to plate a dry ingredient that is never going to bind together. I don't know how you expected it to happen. We're going to show you very quickly now how you can achieve that desire with a dry ingredient.
Right. So I'm going to use a small ring here, and I'm going to grab, remember the zucchinis we kind of
sauteed kind of.
So we're just going to try and create like a dam, like a protective layer inside. Alright. And you grab your couscous. But you want to kind of press. So here again, I'm just going to spread that out a bit. Meatballs here. I'm going to do no real reason. So again, one last press. And here comes the moment of, well, truth.
Hold this down.
Zucchini, don't fail me now.
It wouldn't taste good.
I want to ask if the baby carrot is serving as a garnish to the dish.
Okay. In this dish, it's actually part of the dish. Look at the size of the size. Everything is in proportion. Now, had you done the couscous as a bigger ring, then you can say it's a garnish. But in this case, it's all one item. And you remember we always complain about sauce. The sauce has tied the dry bits together. Okay? Any further questions? Remember, next week, somebody is going home. Thank you very much.
Great news! Knorr has created a new seasoning powder, combining 16 of the finest quality ingredients to bring out your stew's natural flavor. It dissolves better than a cube, spreading through your stew, bringing out its rich natural aroma. Try new Knorr stew or soup powder with 16 quality ingredients for a more natural taste.
Wow, so much pace, energy, style, and swag set by our judges for today's episode. It's been amazing, bringing us to the end of another wow episode. And next week, let's see if our contestants have learned anything from today's lessons, or can I say, magical episodes? Now, for you guys at home, you know with Knorr, everyone is a winner, no doubt. The numbers of last week's winners are being scrolled on your screen right now. I say congratulations to you guys. An SMS will be sent to you confirming how and when you can come and collect your prizes. This week's question is this. Who was the guest judge of last week's episode? Any ideas? A. Kemi. B. Ngozi. C. Nena. Send your answer in this format. Text RR and a space, put your answer A, B, or C, and send it to the short code 33120. We want to hear from you guys. So check us out on Facebook, Knorr Nigeria, and like the page. If you missed the episode, don't forget to go to www.youtube.com/Knorr Nigeria and have fun. Special thanks to our amazing culinary judges. Big thank you to you guys. You've been amazing. My name is Manny, and I'm your host. I'll see you same time next week. This is Knorr Taste Quest. Bye for now.